everyone, my name is Edward from Class 9G, and in this video I will make a review. I will share my review on a book that I read titled Princess in Practice. Here's the book. This book is written by Connie Glynn with a total page of 352, and it was published in 2019. This book is themed around family, friendship, identity manipulation, love, mystery, and coming of age. This book is a sequel to the first book, which is Undercover Princess, and is the second part of this series that is created by Connie Glynn, which is named Rosewood Chronicles. Before I get in the story, I'll be mentioning some of the important characters and the main conflicts of the story. I'll start with the characters. In this book, there are three main characters. Those are Lottie, Ellie, and Leviathan, an evil group organization that's going to be the main villain in pretty much the series. Okay, Lottie is Ellie's Portman. Portman is someone who pretends to be a princess. That's called Portman. Now, Lottie has a good heart. She is caring and she's optimistic. She is Ellie's biggest friend, and she lost her connection to her family because her mother passed away in the first book. So now you're gonna see her thinking a lot about her family and trying to find her own identity, which then, spoiler alert, she will find out that her ancestor is one of the most important historical princess out there, Liliana Mayfoot. Now, Ellie, on the other hand, is a princess, but she doesn't act like one. She's brave, she's stubborn, and she's courageous. She's the type of person who doesn't care whatever you say about her because she thinks that she should just live like how she wants. She doesn't need to be according to everyone's standards. And Leviathan, throughout the story, we've barely gotten any information about it, and Leviathan stayed unknown and anonymous the whole entire story. We just know what they're doing. And in this book, specifically this book, I have special mentions to Jamie and Bina because they both played a huge role in the story. Jamie is Ellie's partisan. Partisan is like a bodyguard. Jamie is loyal, serious when it comes to protecting Ellie and when it comes to cases like this. And he's caring, he's sometimes shy when he meets new people, and he's fierce when he battles because he was trained by Sir Nikolai, which is Ellie's father, the king partisan. And Nikolai is like Jamie's father's figure because, well, Jamie, same as Lottie, lost his connection to his family. So that's why in this story they're going to relate a lot. And Bina is Lottie and Ellie's friend. She's smart, she's cautious, she's passionate, and she is mysterious. She's that book nerd. She's mysterious because she turns out to know more than she needs to know. Like, she knows a lot, even about Leviathan. She knows about Leviathan, which is crazy because no one has told her about that. The side characters in the story are Mickey, Lola, Anastasia, Saskia, Raphael, and more, but those are just the most important ones. The main conflict of the story is an anonymous organization that goes by the name Leviathan is trying to harm the Marefish princess, even going through the measures of abducting her and poisoning innocent Rosewood students to get her attention. The story starts with Eleanor Wolfson. She is the Princess of Maradova. She's infamous for being reckless, stubborn, and most importantly, she has a bad history with the public. But that's what people think. They're just baseless rumors. Nobody actually has seen the Princess of Maradova. Eleanor of Wolfson, or usually referred to as Ellie, never showed herself to the outside as a princess. She was kept hidden by her parents, the king and queen of Maradova. They hired a portman named Lottie. Lottie met Ellie when they were studying in Rosewood. Lottie is an ordinary girl that always had princess fantasies when she was little. Lottie had this tiara that she got from her mother. She'd always hold on to it when she's worried about something. She would repeat the same mantra that her mother soothed her with when she was still alive, which is, I will be kind, I'll be brave, I'll be unstoppable. As time passed by, a lot of people in the boarding school thought that Lottie was the Princess of Meridova. And in other words, she was scouted by the King of Meridova to be the portman. Her task is to pretend as the Merivish princess, while Ellie, the real Merivish princess, gets to live a life as an ordinary girl and be hidden or can stay out of public's eye. However, this leads into several problems. Lottie and Ellie are returning back to Rosewood after the Merivish Summer Ball incident. The incident where Lottie was abducted by Saskia. This happened in the previous book, Undercover Princess. Unlike the first year, Lottie now has to go to school, but at the same time pretend to be a princess. Last time, Lottie just grew people's suspicion on her that she's the princess, but no one knows for sure. But now, they assume definitely that she's the princess. Being a princess isn't easy, even for someone who dreamed to be one and has learned one or two things about it. Being someone she isn't also makes her question her own identity. You'll see a lot in this book that it'll just be her talking to herself and reflecting on every actions because her whole life right now is to protect someone and being someone who she isn't, and she's being a princess even though she's way out of the league. And she was invited to Ellie's family, the Wolfsons, but that just makes her feel miserable. She just feels guilty. She feels guilty of it. She feels guilty for not putting any effort in finding her own family. And while her emotions are bottling up and weighing on her thoughts, Leviathan, the evil organization, is taking actions. Rosewood students are getting poisoned left and right, and it's Lottie, Ellie, and friends' job to get to the bottom of this case. Will they be able to find the cause of the poisoning? Will Lottie be able to sort her thoughts out and properly protect Ellie? Will they be able to expose Leviathan's cruel actions? This book is very relatable. Despite being about princesses and innocent students getting poisoned, this story makes us focus more on the main character's personality and life. Lottie is trying to find herself. She's constantly battling her own thoughts. It's like every teen growing up. They have their own complications, their problems, but we always find a way to get through it. Lottie's way of doing that is repeating her own mantra. I'll be kind, I'll be brave, and I'll be unstoppable. You can't forget that the story also takes place in a boarding school. Lottie has friends that she relies on, but also betrayed by, example, Saskia. Lottie has subjects and homeworks to catch up with. Lottie is like us. Lottie is a perfect example of a middle or high schooler that is trying to find her own identity. I recommend this story 100%. I recommend this story for 13 to 7-year-old readers as they will be able to relate to the story the most, as with the reasons I stated earlier. Readers below the age might have a hard time understanding the plot of the story, and some words are a bit complicated for them. Readers above the age may enjoy it as well, but I do think some of the writing is sloppy, and for those who don't enjoy fantasy, they probably won't last reading it because they'll think it's childish. However, for those who do, this book is entertaining and it's so fun, It will prove to be addicting, and since it's a series, I recommend for any reader to binge them. However, you should start from the first book. Don't be like me and start from the second. What do I think of the book? Personally, I really enjoyed this book. Had I read the first part of the book before this one, it probably would have been my favorite novel. I like how the characters were so relatable and not two-dimensional when it comes to personalities. The plot was decent, it was not predictable in any way, and it always made me want to open up another page to read. I would definitely go all the way to get the rest of the book from the series that I haven't read, which are all the books, except for the second one. They're releasing a 5th sequel to this series, and it just pains me every time because I can't get them. Because unfortunately, it's not available in my country. Thank you for watching my book review. I hope you'll learn something new from it and hopefully be interested and go buy the book and read it. God bless you.